All right, everybody, I'm Logan Alec. I'm a CPA. I help taxpayers who owe the IRS and or their state government back taxes. Today, we're talking about a Boston cop who is facing federal criminal charges pertaining to his tax return. You might be wondering, what did this guy do? Does he owe millions of dollars to the IRS? No. No. This guy's underreported tax bill, only $1,800. Only $1,800 in taxes. So why is he facing federal criminal charges? Let's get into it. All right, folks. So here's the release from the Department of Justice, U.S. Attorney's Office, District of Massachusetts. It says a Boston police officer was charged and has agreed to plead guilty to allegedly failing to report gambling winnings on his tax return. So yes, folks, gambling winnings are taxable. Okay, if you go to the casino, you win, a hand, or you win at a machine, you're gonna get, the money, and then at the end of the year, the casino is gonna send you what's called a Form W-2G. That form also goes to the IRS to show your gambling winnings. Now, what is not reported to the IRS? Your gambling losses, right? And you can net your gambling losses against your gambling income. You can't exceed your gambling income with your losses, but you can wipe them out completely. There's an exception, of course, if you are a professional gambler. Okay, just wanted to state that. So yes, if you win, obviously the lottery or gambling or something, then that is taxable. This cop's name is Dana Lamb of Roslindale. Was charged and has agreed to plead guilty to one count of filing a false document with the Internal Revenue Service. Obviously, that's likely his tax return. That was the false document. Now, I want to point out something here. This guy was not charged with a federal crime because he owed some taxes, right? He's facing federal criminal charges because he lied about it. Okay. Because he did not report this on his tax return. Okay, so let this be. This wasn't a huge amount either, as you're going to see in this press release. So let this be a word to those of you out there who are considering, maybe not being completely honest on your tax return because you're afraid maybe you can't pay the taxes. Let me tell you, the IRS is willing to work with folks. Okay, good, honest folks. Maybe just get behind on their tax bill. Okay, there are solutions out there. I've talked about several of them on this channel. Offers in compromise, currently not collectible status, partial pay installment agreements. There are others, innocent spouse, filing back tax. There's solutions out there. Okay, what you don't want to do is lie to the government and file false tax returns. So what exactly happened here? This says in May 2020, while an officer for the Boston Police Department, Lamb sold a winning lottery ticket worth $10,000 to a convenience store owner for cash, rather than properly claiming it with the Massachusetts Lottery Commission. He then failed to report his gambling winnings on his U.S. individual tax return for that year. Lamb's failure to report the gambling proceeds resulted in additional tax due and owing for that year of $1,800. So this guy won a winning lottery ticket, okay, and instead of reporting it to the Lottery Commission, cashing it out, right, getting the $10,000 and receiving and that would be reported to the IRS, right? He didn't want to do that. He wanted to evade taxes. So what did he do? He sold it at a discount, at a 25% discount, I think. I think in another article it says that he sold it for $7,500. They say that he won $10,000 at a winning lottery ticket, and he sold it to a convenience store owner for $7,500 in cash. And then that store owner sold that ticket to another unnamed person who redeemed it with the state. Lamb is alleged to not have reported the $10,000 in his tax return for that year. According to court records, he now owes $1,800 in back taxes. So, this guy, he was clearly trying to defraud the government here. I mean, and it's so silly, right? Over $10,000 of income. I mean, come on, I don't know what some people are thinking, but this just goes to show you, even for these small dollar amounts, the IRS is serious. Now, I do want to point out one thing. And the Department of Justice in this case, who's, pursuing the criminal prosecution here, is serious. And, this wasn't a mistake, okay? And a lot of this has to do with this guy willfully knew what he was doing, okay? It wasn't like he made a mistake and, oh my gosh, he forgot to report this. No, he had this whole scheme going on to sell this $10,000 lottery ticket to a convenience store owner for $7,500, right? To evade taxes on it, okay? The charge of filing a false document to the IRS provides for a sentence of up to 1 year in prison, 1 year supervised release, and a fine up to $10,000. Blah blah blah. It looks like there's a plea deal, and I think, where did I read? He's just gonna get like 1 year of probation. Right, so it says, while a plea hearing has not yet been scheduled, the agreed upon deal released Thursday recommends Lamp. Okay, so this is not finalized, but recommends Lamp serve 1 year probation, pay an unspecified fine, pay a mandatory special assessment of $50, and pay $1,800, which is, the underreported tax and restitution. He's been placed on administrative leave. So what's my takeaway, folks? Here's the moral here. It's be honest with the government. Be honest with your taxes. Be honest with the IRS. Be honest with your state. Okay, don't think that they're not going to come after you for what you might consider, minor forms of fraud or dishonesty. Okay, this was $10,000 of income, $1,800 tax liability. I mean, come on. In his mind, he probably thought, oh, this is so small. The Department of Justice, IRS, they have bigger fish to fry. They're not going to catch me over this, $10,000 lottery ticket. But he's wrong. Now he has federal criminal charges against him. Granted, he may not end up in prison, but that's a stain on his record, right? His name's in the media. Everyone, Dana Lamb. Someone searches Dana Lamb, the first thing you're going to see is these news articles about his dishonesty. And I don't know what this is going to imply for his employer, the Boston Police Department. I mean, I don't know. So it's just not worth it, folks. It really isn't. Honesty is the best policy in life, and especially when you're dealing with the IRS. Do not be tempted to underreport income on your tax return because you feel you can't, pay the taxes, or you don't want to pay the taxes. Always be honest. If you cannot afford to pay your taxes, there are solutions out there for you that can even reduce the balance of your debt with the IRS. That is what I and my team do every single day. If you would like to schedule a free consultation with one of my tax professionals, and I do try to make these calls as well, give us a call, 844-321-TAXES, or email taxrelief@loganalec.com with a brief description of the situation you're facing right now. I do have some tax relief videos for you. I have a video right here on exactly how much to offer in compromise to the IRS. It's an hour-long video, great training. I also have a video right down here that also relates to tax relief. So I'll see you in those videos, folks, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.